So my husband passed away unexpectedly last year. So it's March 4th was a 1-year anniversary for us.
Listen, I'm not a body language expert, but I love analyzing. Okay, I'm like, is there any sense of sadness, any sense of grief in there? Or is she talking about it casually? Like she's like, yeah, I got away with it, y'all. Let's do it. On March 4, 2022, at 3:22 hours, the sheriff's deputies, EMS staff responded to blah, 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 to an unresponsive male. When they arrived, they found Eric Richins on the floor at the foot of the bed. Life-saving measures were attempted, but Eric was declared deceased. During interviews with the deceased wife, the defendant, Kouri Richins, she stated that around 2100 hours on March 3rd, she and Eric were celebrating the defendant's closing on a house for her business. Defendant stated that she had made Eric a Moscow mule in the kitchen and brought it to their bedroom where Eric consumed it while sitting in bed. Why would she admit to this? Why would she self-snitch? Wouldn't she just be like, oh, I don't know, he made a Moscow mule for himself? She self-snitched. Good. The only people in the house were defendant, and they have children. Oh my God. How many children do they have, and how old are they? Defendant stated she went to bed and shortly after went to sleep with one of the children in the children's bedroom because the child was having a night terror. Defendant said she woke around 3 a.m. Nah, you know she woke up at 3 a.m. to check to see if her husband was probably dead. Okay, she probably woke up and was like, yeah. Just kidding. Allegedly. Came back to her in Eric's bedroom. She felt Eric and he was cold to the touch. That is when a defendant called 911. Defendant told law enforcement that when she left her room to go to her child's room, she left her phone plugged in next to her bed and did not take it to her child's room. That makes sense. However, between when the defendant said she went to the child's room and when she called 911, the status on her phone shows that it was locked and unlocked multiple times, and there was also movement recorded on the phone. Okay, maybe there's an explanation from that. Maybe she saw the dead body, unlocked the phone multiple times. She freaked out. She tried to do CPR. In addition, tolls on defendant's phone show that messages were sent and received during that time. The messages were deleted. Are people dumb? Did they not know that they could now find out which messages were deleted and stuff like that? Oh my God. Thank God they are dumb. Following an autopsy and pursuant to toxicology findings from the autopsy, it was determined that Eric died from overdose of fentanyl. They found the levels of fentanyl in Eric's system were approximately 5 times the lethal dosage. The OME state, dude, I wonder if they found the person that she brought the drug from. Oh man, there has to be some other witnesses. Fentanyl in Eric's system was illicit fentanyl and not medical grade fentanyl. It was also opinion of the OME after evaluating Eric's gastric fluid contents that the fentanyl in Eric's body was ingested orally. Yikes. They got a search warrant from Eric and the defendant's residence. During the search of that search warrant, defendant's phone and several computers were seized as evidence. Oh no, are they going to find some Google history searches? Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Warrants were obtained for all the electronic devices. Information was downloaded. Defendant's phone, several communication between the defendant. CL was identified as an acquaintance of the defendant. Oh no, here's a witness. The police record check of CL revealed multiple counts of possession of controlled substance with intent to distribute. Possession of controlled substance. Wait, what was her motive? What was her motive? Why did she do this? Who has the spoiler alerts? Why would she do this? Life insurance? I believe she got in a fight with the sister after his death and she accused her of the murder. Oh. Detectives interviewed CL. CL told detectives that sometime between December 2021 and 2022, defendant contacted CL via text message. Do you think this is like an ex-boyfriend? And asked if the CL can get defendant some prescription pain medication for an investor who had a back injury. Within days, CL procured hydrocodone pills from a dealer. Defendant told CL to leave the pills at the house. Defendant was flipping in midway. CL left pills at the house and defendant left cash for CL. It was determined that this house was owned by the defendant in December 2021 and Jan 2022. About 2 weeks later, defendant contacted CL again and said that her investor wanted something stronger and asked for the Michael Jackson stuff. Defendant asked specifically for fentanyl. CL contacted a dealer in Ogden in February 11, 2022 and procured 15 to 30 fentanyl pills from that dealer. Defendant came to Sale's home in Heber, and Sale delivered the pills to the defendant. Received $900 for those pills. 3 days later, Eric and the defendant had a Valentine's Day dinner at their Kama's home. Shortly after the dinner, Eric became very ill. Eric believed he had been poisoned. Eric told a friend that he thought his wife was trying to poison him. What? Oh, dude, that's so crazy that he would have thought of this. There must have been something really rocky going on in their relationship. Because, like, when I get sick, when I get food poisoning, I'm not like, oh my God, I got poisoned by Dennis. I'm just like, oh, dude, I fucking fucked up and ate something. Man, someone didn't wash their hands. I'm probably eating someone's dookie right now. Life insurance. Oh, no. Oh, no. Charles changed life insurance but didn't tell her. Oh, no. Oh, these people need a request for a copy of the life insurance policy before they just off their significant others. Oh, my God. For money. She looks young as hell, okay? She looks young. She looks like she can work. Where's she at? She's young. She can work. You don't need $2 million. $2 million ain't even much anyways. That money goes bye-bye real quick, okay? 2 weeks later, defendant contacts CO again asking for another $900 of fentanyl pills. Oh, the reason why she gave him such a lethal dose is because she probably tried to poison him and she's like, fuck, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. Now I got to make sure I overkill him. Otherwise, he's going to become really suspicious. CL contacted the Ogden dealer again, procured the pills. Defendant told CL to leave the pills at the outdoor fire pit of the Midway house where there was cash waiting. 6 days later, March 4th, Eric was found dead of a fentanyl overdose. Oh, God. What a waste. What a waste. Is there anything else on there? Moscow Mule. How old are their kids? Did she have like a side piece on the side or something like that? Was she trying to leave her husband for someone else? Oh. Should we read his obituary? He's survived by his 3 incredible sons, Carter, Ashton, and Weston. Ooh, take this out. Same thing with the Maggie Murdoch one. Maggie has like her loving husband, Alex Murdoch. They need to update her obituary and get out Alex Murdoch. Oh, this happened like last year. See, he was religious. He spoke Spanish fluently, has business acumen, adventurous, likes to travel, athlete, loves sports. Oh, like what a waste. Now these kids don't have a parent, And if the mom gets convicted, they're going to have no parents. The book is strange too. What's the book? Corky, there was a prenup signed that if they got divorced, she would get none of the money. But if he died while married, she got everything. Money is not everything, okay? These people are so stupid and greedy. There's more to life than money. And she's young. She can earn her own money. There's no need to be killing. As for Kouri, she publicly went on to write a book, ostensibly to help her kids, as well as other children, better understand and cope with the loss of a loved one. On Amazon, Kouri Richins' book, Are You With Me?, is billed as a heartwarming, reassuring, must-read for parents or for children who have experienced the pain of loss. So she understands how painful this is for the children. And for parents who want to provide the children the emotional support they need to heal and grow. Wherever you go, whoever you become, the love remains with you. A heartwarming and reassuring book that gently guides children through difficult experience. So she knows of losing a loved one. Written by a loving mother who personally faces challenge. Oh no. If all this is true, this is such BS. Oh my God. She had the audacity to write this book after allegedly murdering her child or her husband. This book is designed to offer comfort and solace to young minds in a way that is both accessible and engaging. Is the book still up there, or did Amazon take it down? With vibrant and colorful illustrations, Are You With Me follows the story of a child who lost their father, but is reminded that his presence still exists all around them, just like the angel watching over them. Whether it's a child at the park or simply enjoying a quiet moment at home, the child is comforted by the knowledge that their father is always by their side. I mean, it sounds like a really sweet and cute book, but damn, once you realize the real lore behind it, yikes. When does she stand trial? Is she in trial right now? It was a creepy book. Oh, what was creepy about it? Are there excerpts anywhere, Judy? Do you know? Richins touted her book on ABC's For Good Things Utah in a segment as recent as April that described her as an incredible mother. She said, "So my husband passed away unexpectedly last year. It's March 4. It's our 1-year anniversary for us. He was 39. It completely took us all by shock. And we have 3 little boys. No, 10, 9, and 6. No. My kids and I wrote this book." Dude, this is going to be so... If it's true that she did murder her husband, dude, this is going to be such a mindfuck for her kids. Such a mindfuck. You're on a journey. You're healing the death of your parent unexpectedly. How are you healing? You're helping your mom write this book to get over it. Well, not get over it, but to heal, right? Get through this trauma together. And then if your mom gets convicted and you realize that your mom was the one that murdered the dad, oh my God, this is so bad. My kids and I wrote this book on a different emotions and grieving process that we've experienced the last year, hoping that it can help other kids, with this and, find happiness some other way. Richard said the book was a way to learn not only to grieve as a widow, but as a wife, but also as the parent who must answer her kids' questions about what happened to their father. She discussed the 3 C's: connection, continuity, and care. "So you actually wrote this book with your children?" Richards was asked. She answered, "I did. I just wanted some story to read my kids at night." She added, "I took some things that my kids have said to me in the last year, and we kind of articulated and put it into a story. There have been other cases where an author's work went on to read in a different light after the death of someone else. This time, though, the book wasn't written until after the fact. Watch the interview below." Oh, is this the book? Oh, this is the book. The book. The book.
What are y'all doing sitting indoors? There's so much.
Oh God. All right, let's see the book. What if OJ's kid helped him write his book? I mean, OJ did write a book. A book. Dude, every time I hear a book now, I always think of like Amber Heard's voice. A book. A book. You're gonna write a book. Kind of like the brand new trauma-free kids.
Joining us now is author of Are You With Me, Kouri Richins, to share her 3 C's to helping kids cope with grief.
So my husband passed away unexpectedly last year. So it's March 4th was a 1-year anniversary for us. And
dude, we're doing a lot of, listen, I'm not a body language expert, but I love analyzing. Okay. I'm like, is there any sense of sadness, any sense of grief in there? Or is she talking about it casually? Like she's like, yeah, I got away with it, y'all. Let's do it.
he was 39. It completely took us all by shock. And we have 3 little boys, 10, 9, and 6. And, my kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving processes that we've experienced last year. And, hoping that it can kind of help other kids, deal with this. And
she's young. Husband's like 39. She's 30. She killed when she was like 32 then. Jesus, she's 33 years old. I know to some of you guys, maybe 33 is not young, but 33, you still have your whole life ahead of you. Your life, your kid's life. There's so much more that you can do. Warren said that Kouri learned that she had been cut out of the will during the gathering at a family home on March 5th, the day after Eric's death. Oh, God. I wish we could see the look on her face. The couple had disagreed about a $2 million home that Kouri, a realtor, wanted to purchase. Warren states she wanted to flip it, but Eric thought it was too expensive. Family members told the police Eric was going to tell Kouri they weren't buying the home, But it was the very purchase Kouri herself told investigators the couples were celebrating the night he died. Kouri closed on the home the day after Eric's death. The same day she invited friends over for what a search warrant called a large party at her home where she was drinking and celebrating. What? The warrant goes on to say wait, hold on. I read the warrant. Wait, what warrant is this? On March 28th, a few weeks after Kouri's death, Kouri sued Eric's sister for control over his estate. She claimed their prenuptial agreement entitles her to the money, family home, and other assets. Eric's sister's response to Kouri's lawsuit mentions a pending homicide case. It remains to be seen how a criminal case will affect the civil proceedings, but Utah does have a so-called Slayer statute, which prevents killers from profiting from their crimes. Oh no, she did all this for no reason. Oh, this right here. Okay. I did read this. Sorry, did I skip through it? No, I did read this. Where did it say that she hit the sister-in-law? I didn't see it on here. Where are they getting their shit from? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Now I'm like interested in this. Sorry, we're going down like a little mini rabbit hole. The Utah mom accused of killing her husband for writing a book about the grief allegedly threw a mass party at her brand new $2 million home the day after he died. I need to see footages of this party. What was this party like? She invited friends on the 10-acre property for drinking and celebrating just hours after she allegedly slipped her husband a lethal dose of fentanyl. The party toasted Richins for closing in on the 22,000 square foot unfinished home in Heber City early the same day. It was a property that she dreamed of flipping, but for which her husband refused to pay the hefty price tag. The two argued over the home, rumored by locals to be a cursed money pit, in the weeks leading up to his demise. Though his body was found at 3 a.m. on March 4th, the day after the poisoning, it wasn't clear the partygoers knew that he was dead. Oh my God. Prosecutors believe the mother of three poisoned Eric and attempted to get his money from the life insurance policy the same day he told her they would not be buying the mansion, that he was cutting her out of his will. Oh, what is up with these people just taking what's not theirs? You're young. You're a real estate agent. You can work. You're fine. Even if you divorce, you would probably get, I don't know, probably maybe alimony for your kids, right? Oh my God. This is so crazy. Is this an old case? It's a pending one. She allegedly murdered her husband a year ago and they just arrested her. Jesus. Oh yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on this. Did you guys hear about the one where the this Asian woman? Wait, is that his home already? This Asian woman fucking tries to murder her husband in Irvine, pretty close to me, and she was putting Drano in his like honey herbal lemon tea. And then when she got caught, she was like, "Oh, I wasn't trying to kill him. You see, what happened was we normally put Drano in a cup to kill the ants around here. Yeah. It just happened to be poured into my husband's teacup, and I don't know what happened from there. But they had footage of her handing the cup to her husband." Entitled behavior. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I think I mentioned I wish I saw her face when she realized she was cut out of the will. Was that where we were? Maybe. Oh, no. It was her party. Okay, so after her husband died, after she allegedly murdered him, she threw a party at the house, invited guests over, and they probably didn't know that her husband was dead. She was trying to celebrate the sale of the purchase of her home. But here's the thing. When you're flipping houses, right? How do you flip a house and then think that you can make double the money back 2 weeks later? So she bought the house for like $2 million-ish, right? Bought the house for $2 million-ish, and then she expected to flip the house 2 weeks later for $5 million. It's like 2 weeks later? Did you even have time to do anything to the house? No, it takes forever to do stuff to the house. Like, what did you do to the house? New flooring? Maybe? What would you do? Can't even renovate the kitchen that quickly. Maybe do the yard? How the hell did she think that she was going to flip it by almost double, more than double, and get $5 million? Because here's the thing, when buyers, when they look at the Zillow, they're going to see like, oh, historically, this house was purchased for X amount. And then like, oh, 2 weeks later, they're trying to sell it to you for $5 million. Any real estate agents in my chat right now? I'm so confused why she thought she was going to get that much money. Okay, I tried doing it every spring to touch all the surface of my house. Some years my health got in the way, so spring cleaning was like fall or winter. The will was originally set to go to the business partner so that if something happened to the husband, then he could purchase the other half the business. Oh, from his wife. Tell me about it. I have friends coming the latter part of this week. Too much to do. She would get the life insurance money in the end, but instead she tried to change it to her, but he caught it and changed it back and then didn't tell her. The party part reminds me of a story about this high school guy. Oh, yes, I know exactly who you're talking about, Snow Owl. High school guy killed his parents, had their party. Yep, had their bodies in the bedroom while he threw a house party. Yeah. Some loser murdered his parents. It was like mom and dad, right? I know mom, definitely. Mom and dad, I think. And then I think like he was a loser and didn't really have friends. He had like one good friend. And the reason why they had so many people over at the house is because, hey, you have a free house. There's going to be booze, alcohol, and everything like that. Yeah, everyone's going to go over there and have a party, even if you're like a loser, right? Free alcohol, free place to party for teenagers. And a bunch of people came over and partied, and they realized there was like, had a weird smell. You know, the house had a little weird smell. At some point, they started realizing there was like little pieces of, they didn't know at the time, but there was like blood. Like near the cabinets, tables or something like that. Like there was blood. And then at some point, the guy was like, came out to his close friend, was like, yeah, I murdered my parents. Right? And then the friend was like, oh, fuck this. And called the cops on him. See, I wish more people were like that. Call the cops on them. Don't be conspiring with them. Don't be their accomplices. Don't try to hide the body with them. Don't try to cover them up. Nah, call the cops. The crazy part of the dead parents in the house. Yeah. Wasn't there something else crazy about that though? I forgot. I feel like some other shit went down. It is currently under contract for $3.75 million. In the following year, she wrote a book, Are You With Me, with her 3 children. Oh no. Eric had reportedly raised concerns that Richard had tried to kill him on at least 2 other occasions, including on Valentine's Day, less than 3 weeks before his death. He had warned his family, if anything happened to me, she was to blame. Holy shit. This is a mansion. Richins closed in on the mansion the day after her husband died. Jesus. No wonder she had a party. Oh my God. That is a party house. Holy. Eric had a reason to live. Eric also had a reason to live. Richins was carrying out an affair. Or she was having an affair. Throughout their marriage, his family representatives have said. The slain husband stayed with Richins despite his numerous suspicion to spare the 3 kids from growing up in a broken home. Nah, man. If you think someone's trying to kill you, break up the family. You do not want your kids around that crazy person. Jesus. She's charged with 1st-degree aggravated murder, multiple counts, 2nd-degree possession of controlled substance with intent to distribute, records. Sorry. All right, last article. Oh no, tried changing his life insurance policy. The Utah woman accused of killing the husband by serving him fentanyl-laced Moscow mule authored a children's book about grief, tried to change his life insurance policy to make herself a beneficiary. Oh no. Kouri, 33, allegedly tried to name herself the beneficiary of her 39-year-old husband's life insurance policy instead of his sister shortly before his March 2022 death. However, the insurance firm alerted Eric to the change in the time for him to reverse it, according to the outlet, which cited search warrant documents. Oh, Jesus. Eric Richins, who shared 3 sons with Kouri, all under 11, ultimately removed his wife from the will altogether, but never told her. Tensions have flared since between Richins and her husband's family. What is this? What is this sandwich? Looks gross. What is this? Ugh, does not look good. Richins allegedly assaulted her sister-in-law during a party she hosted the day after Eric's death, where she was drinking and celebrating. Both sides have spent several months in court over Eric's $3.6 million estate. His family members, I wonder if the family member hired a PI. Oh man, and then requested for a autopsy report. Oh, I wonder how did she try to explain the fentanyl in his system? She probably didn't want to do an autopsy, and she probably just wanted to burn his body. But yeah, maybe his family fought for it and got an autopsy report. Oh, I want to know how she's going to explain away the fentanyl, or how she did initially. I mean, obviously she's going to be like, oh, my husband was a drug addict. You know, he abused me, blah, 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 blah. She's probably going to do some sort of spiel like that. His family members, including the sister named Richins' beneficiary, told police Kouri had an alleged history of violence and past attempts to poison Eric so much that he had warned them if anything happened, she was to blame. Yikes. Not looking good for you, Kouri. Things are not looking good for you. Well, I'm trying to think. Can she somehow reverse this in any way? How would she be able to reverse this? Things are so bad for her. You know, the time that my opinion was completely reversed was in Danielle Redlick. She had some really bad headlines for her. It was like, woman marries stepfather. And then everyone's like, ew, gross. But then it's like, oh, you know, her mom was with the dad, but that's not her biological dad. And then also they were only together for a short period of time. And the mom died. And the daughter and the stepdad rekindled or something like that and had a relationship. Like, it's weird, but it's like, ugh, it doesn't look good. And then also the headline was like, woman stabs and murders husband, waits hours before calling 911, and then lies and said that he had a heart attack when he really was stabbed. And then another headline that was really bad was, woman apparently was on dating app hours after husband was killed. That all looked really bad for her. But then when the trial happened, she was found not guilty. And I agree with that verdict. That's what I want to know. What's the cause and delay in the investigation? I don't know. Maybe they hired a PI. Maybe the police didn't find anything and the family ended up hiring a PI or something. Oh yeah, this is the book right here. I think if there was... What a dummy. You ruin your kid's life, man. All their lives. Wait, what? According to the sister, Eric and his wife went to Greece a few years ago? Wait, if he... What? Why would she try to poison him back then? His wife gave him a drink. He became violently ill, and he called his sister saying he believed his wife had tried to kill him. What the fuck? Jesus. Jeez. All right, that's about it. The Mormon book lady. Oh, is she Mormon? Might have said that. Might have skipped over it. Exactly, Jeannie. It's like, that's crazy. They must I don't know. She must have been crazy in the relationship or something. I don't know. Or they had a tumultuous relationship. That's like really weird. I get food poisoning. I'm like, someone's trying to kill me. I'm like, dude, I ate something and it's not good. My stomach hurts. Yeesh.